Hello, vinyl community. I'm Gary. How you doing? Physical format rock and roll. What do we got today? Heretic, Shallow Grave. Check that out. This is kind of a heavy metal looking beer here. It's a big dark porter. This is for manly men. Anyway, hey, I just wanted to kind of address something, and because like a couple, there's been a few people that have asked about it in the past, and by that I mean maybe two. But for a while there, Steve from All the World's a Stage and I were doing a show called Spin on This, where we would have a guest on there, and Steve and I would give them some albums to choose from. If you had to destroy one, keep one, and that's it, do that. And then we had some banter on there to go along with it. And I guess I just wanted to address a little bit as far as why we haven't done it for quite a while now and if it will ever come back. The reason we haven't done it is totally me. It's not Steve. If it was up to Steve, I'm sure we would have not stopped. We would have kept doing it. Um, I mean, you guys know Steve's kind of a VC whore when it comes to that. So he would still be doing it. But I stopped doing it for a few reasons. And the first one is time, right? Summer came along, and I just had a lot to do. We've been doing a lot of outside work. This paint job behind me, I had to do that, all kinds of stuff. And just so you know, I wanted to spend time with the family and doing that kind of stuff. Very hard for me to keep a regular schedule. And when you line up a guest, you can't just at the last minute say, "Oh no, forget it." I didn't want to do that. Plus, when you do those episodes, there's a amount of time that you have to spend to do it because you've got to pick out the albums, which is harder than you think, and also the questions. Trying to come up with questions could be very difficult, especially if you're trying to top ones you've already done before. You're trying to fit them with that person. There's a lot more that went into that. So it's me not having the time, being lazy. It's not Steve. It's not his fault at all. So the whole, if you're not familiar with that show, Spin on This, it was Steve, I just kind of described it, but, Steve and I started that. I think it was kind of his idea of us doing a thing together, and then we gelled it together what we wanted to do. And, it kind of comes with Steve and I. Steve and I are pretty good friends, but we're very different. We're very different people as far as our personalities go and everything. But, two things we have in common, right? We both love music. It's been a big part of our lives for all our lives. And we have a sense of humor. And we have a sarcastic sense of humor. And Steve gets that. I get that. There's nothing Steve has ever said to me that has offended me, and I'm sure he feels the same way. I have insulted him many times, vice versa. We get it. A good joke, when you're poking fun at somebody, a couple of main rules. First, you have to be able to take it yourself, right? Otherwise, it's just mean. And also, like when you joke around with somebody like that, if there's like a small element of truth involved to it, and then you just expand on that, that makes it hilarious. So that's the way Steve and I have always been, especially since he came back, and I'm so glad that he did. But we started this show, and we were doing that with people. We had a decent following, and there were other people that wanted to be guests and whatnot, but I'm just not sure that everybody gets that. I don't know that everybody gets that humor, and honestly, there's a part of me that doesn't want to continue that just because I don't know. I honestly don't know if I don't want people to just think I'm a total ass. I'm not saying I'm not, but not everybody gets that when I'm poking fun at somebody or Steve is, and we're asking them these questions. It's just fun, If I'm making fun of somebody's, it Rob's long introductions into his videos or what he has them, right? They are long. But do I really care that he has that? Does it really piss me off? No, you know. But not everybody gets that, and I don't want. The last thing I want to do is in today's, you know, environment. I don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. I I don't want something to get misunderstood. I guess I'm just not sure if that type of show that we were doing fits in today's environment. Um, because I don't want to be mean to people if they think I'm, if that's what they think I'm being mean. I don't want that. Uh, they have to understand that there's humor behind it, and I honestly don't know if everybody understands that. And it's very hard for me to filter myself as far as what's off limits and what's not. So I don't know. I guess I'm putting this out there to just let you know that it's my fault that it hasn't went on. It's not Steve's, and kind of maybe to get some feedback on what you guys out there think. So sorry for such an oddball video, but that's the way it goes sometimes. I'm an oddball guy. So until the next time, my friends, I will see you down the road.